everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is my 29-week pregnancy update. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, and I have probably said this in every single video. I am about 29 weeks and 4 days pregnant with our third daughter. This week, baby is about the size of a butternut squash, weighing in about 2.5 pounds and about 15 inches in length. Her brain, which was once smooth, is now gaining new folds and grooves as it becomes more complex. Crazy. Brain growth requires more than half the energy used by your baby. Her bones are continuing to harden. About 200 milligrams of calcium is deposited in her skeleton every day. I guess that's about as much calcium as we would get from a cup of milk. Over the next 11 weeks, she will double, even coming close to triple her weight. She will start responding more to all sorts of stimuli outside the womb, like movements, like if I were to push on my belly, to sound, to light, and to sugar. For instance, I eat like a candy bar or something, it says within 30 minutes she will start reacting and bouncing all over the place because of the sugar. I am supposed to start doing kick counts every day. I mentioned this in my last vlog, but I really do need to sit down and start doing kick counts. If you don't know what kick counts are, you want to designate a time in the morning and at night where you have an hour of the day at that time to sit down and count 10 movements. If she moves within 10 times within like 10 minutes, great. You don't have to sit for that whole entire hour. But they just want to make sure that the baby is moving regularly and that we are aware as mothers of that. So yeah, if we get less than 10 kicks an hour, they say eat something sugary, drink something, try it again, and then if that doesn't seem to help, go to your doctor. I am supposed to be keeping my circulation moving. At this time, it is prime time for mothers to get varicose veins and spider veins, and I guess if we keep our circulation moving, that reduces the chances of that happening. So not standing for long periods of time, not sitting for long periods of time, and stretching throughout the day. And it also says that I could start leaking colostrum now. I know that I have watched like other YouTubers and a lot of people do leak colostrum at this point or even sooner than this. I never leaked colostrum with my other two pregnancies. I don't think that's going to happen with this pregnancy either. My breasts do feel heavier, so they definitely feel more full, like they are full and ready to nurse. So that's really neat. Also, I guess in reducing restless leg syndrome, you can up your iron intake or take a supplement. So let's get started with all of my symptoms. My first symptom this week has been I've had a lot of anxiety thinking about how fast this pregnancy has gone thus far and how fast it's going to continue to go until she is here. I know everything's going to be all right. I am practicing positive thinking, positive affirmations, practicing relaxation techniques, but my last two labor and deliveries were extremely fast, and this is what is giving me anxiety. Our closest hospital, well, from our insurance, is about an hour away. I know if it was an emergency, I can go to any hospital, but so we have an hour drive, and my labors were about 5 to 6 hours long with both of my previous pregnancies, and for the first 4 hours of those labors, it was like, should we go into the hospital? Am I actually in labor? And then all of a sudden I was in transition, and then all of a sudden 2 hours later I was pushing her out. So this being my third baby, I'm more concerned about it. Thank goodness my husband is a firefighter and he is trained to deliver babies in an emergency situation. Also, my mom, who lives about 10 minutes away, is a retired nurse practitioner. She worked in OBGYN for 30 years, so I have that going for me, so that's good. I think helping ease this anxiety would be to put together a kit, something to have on hand if I were to have to deliver her at home or in transition to the hospital, which I will try my hardest to get out of. I am thinking of, once I think I am in labor, to even going to a hotel room close to the hospital On the plus side of that, whoever is watching my girls can go and stay there overnight since we already paid for the day, and they can enjoy swimming and kind of get their mind off of their mommy being in the hospital, which would be great. My girls never stay away from us. They don't do sleepovers, nothing like that. They're with us all the time. So I can only imagine that they're going to be a little worried. They've fallen asleep before with family members and stuff, but they're used to their schedules, and we are all homebodies, so it is going to be a little bit of a transition. So if I can get their mind off of that, that would be great. So putting together a kit for the baby in case I labor at home. I guess I need to look at like some home birthing websites and see the supplies that they use. And I also need to get some blankets put away into Ziploc baggies, make sure everything is clean and as sanitary as possible for if that does happen. I have 11 weeks left until my due date. I went almost 40 weeks with both of my last pregnancies. I am assuming I'm going to do the same with this one. I have had a strong nesting urge. It's probably because, I don't know, I have anxiety about it going by so fast. So I just need to take a deep breath, and I need to plan out in a planner what I'm going to do every week, and I think that would really help. I have had a lot of shortness in breath, as you can tell. I think it's normal for this stage of pregnancy. I have had a lot of Braxton Hicks. I am having to slow like my walking down, that's for sure. Otherwise I will have like back-to-back Braxton Hicks. Like even getting out of the car and then walking to my kids' school or something like that, I am having to really like just slow down to give my body that break. I still am congested, as you can tell. My nose is like stuffy all the time, and I don't think there's any way around it. I think it's the progesterone in your body which causes it. I have started eating every about 2 hours, and I really noticed that helps my mood. I wouldn't say irritable, but I get agitated really easy, and especially with having the girls and stuff, I want to reduce that as much as possible. So having a snack every 1 to 2 hours is definitely something I need to keep at a top priority. It is so much harder now to get dressed and undressed. Like at the end of the day when I'm ready to go to bed, I like walk up to my bed, lay down, and I like don't want to move. I don't want to get undressed. I don't want to bend over. I don't want to squish my belly again. So that's pretty funny. I have started to feel really good about my body. I went through like a hard transition time. I feel like I didn't do that with either of my previous pregnancies, but for some reason with this pregnancy, I don't know if it's because I'm older or what, but I feel like I had a harder transition with the period of time where your belly isn't like fully baby, and your clothes aren't fitting right, and yeah. So I'm feeling really good about my body now. I am soaking it in. I am loving being pregnant right now, and yeah, I am loving having boobs as well. I am normally like an A or smaller, and so I am soaking in having boobs again, and maybe someday I will get breast implants. We'll see. It's always been something I've wanted done, but we're gonna have to see. I can't think about going under anesthesia and risking dying or something like that. I know the cases are like very slim where that happens, but to do that for a set of boobs, just I don't think that's something I'm willing to risk, especially with having kids. I enjoy my life, so I've also noticed that when I wake up in the morning, I do have a sore back from just sleeping and the strain of my stomach pulling forward, I guess, on my side. And I think that's about it for symptoms. Let's do a belly shot, and then I'll let you guys go. So, here is my belly. So I am 29 weeks, 4 days pregnant. down my veins. I am getting some more stretch marks, but that's okay. Here's the front. My linea nigra continues to get darker. I am having some pain where my belly button piercing was. I feel like I'm going to have a stretch mark there once she comes out. You can't really see anything now. And there is the other side. Don't mind my nails. I am overdue for getting them done. And I just haven't gone in to get them done. But thank you guys for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week at my 30-week pregnancy update, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.